नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय
सोमेश्वराय शिव सोमेश्वराय
राय शिव सोमेश्वर
सोमेश्वराय शिव सोमेश्वराय
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 हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय
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 नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय
नमः शिवाय ओम नमः हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय
नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय
नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय
नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय
नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय
नंदेश्वराय शिव नंदेश्वराय
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 हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय
हर हर
भोले नमः शिवाय
नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय
नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय
नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय
हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय
हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय
हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय
हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय
शिव शंभो 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 महादेवा शिव शंभो 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 महादेवा हर 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 महादेवा शंभो महादेवा
हर 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 महादेवा शंभो महादेव
हर 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 महादेवा शंभो महादेवा
हर 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 महादेवा शंभो महादेवा
शिव शंभो शंभो
शिव
शंभो
शंभो शंभो शंभो महादेवा
हर 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 महादेवा शंभो महादेवा
शिव शंभो 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 महादेवा हर 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 महादेवा शंभो महादेवा
हर 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 महादेवा शंभो महादेवा
शिव शंभो 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 महादेवा
शंभो शंभो महादेवा
शिव शंभो 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 महादेवा
शिव शंभो 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 महादेवा
हरे 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 महादेवा 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 शंभो महादेवा
शिव शंभो 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 महादेवा
हरे 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 महादेवा 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 शंभो महादेवा गंगाधर हर शंभो गौरी मनोहर शंभो गंगाधर हर शंभो गौरी मनोहर शंभो हरि ओम नमः शिवाय शिव ओम नमः शिवाय शिव शंभो 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 महादेवा शिव शंभो 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 महादेवा हरे 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 महादेवा शंभो महादेवा
हरे 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 महादेवा शंभो
हरे 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 महादेवा शंभो महादेवा
हरे 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 महादेवा शंभो महादेवा
गंगाधर हर शंभो गौरी मनोहर शंभो
गंगाधर हरि शंभो गौरी मनोहर शंभो
गंगाधर हर शंभो गौरी मनोहर शंभो
गंगाधर हरि शंभो गौरी मनोहर शंभो
हरि ओम नमः शिवाय
हरि ओम नमः शिवाय
शिव ओम नमः शिवाय
शिव ओम नमः शिवाय
शिव शंभो 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 महादेवा शिव शंभो 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 महादेवा हरे 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 महादेवा शंभो महादेवा
हरे 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 महादेवा शंभो महादेवा
हरे 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 महादेवा शंभो महादेवा
हरे 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 महादेवा शंभो महादेवा
शिव शंभो 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 महादेवा
शिव शंभो 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 महादेवा
हरे 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 महादेवा शंभो महादेवा
हरे 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 महादेवा शंभो महादेवा
देवा सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः।
Welcome to Satsang, everyone. I'll I'll start with a question that came in advance, and then we'll open it up to any questions that anyone here has. Today, women in the West are used to being independent, living alone, having a career, and more. How do we manage this and at the same time be open to a relationship or a partner? So this is actually true, it's in the West, but it's also true in India these days. Traditional Indian society, yes, of course, has the woman where her job is to, or jobs rather, anybody who downplays being a homemaker, particularly in a society where you actually have to walk to get water, fill it in a bucket, is someone who clearly has never seen or done that. But in any case, traditionally, yes, the women, their jobs were to stay home and take care of the family and take care of the house and take care of the land maybe. But these days, even in India, it's not just the West, even in metropolitan India, most of the big cities and even a lot of the smaller cities, girls are getting educated, which is fantastic. When they've been educated, a lot of them want to have jobs, which is also fantastic. If what they wanted to do was stay home and take care of children, that's also fantastic. It's not a matter of one being right, one being wrong. It's a matter of all options open. It's a matter of women having the opportunity to choose and to decide what feels right to them, that neither should they be, nor should they be forced to go out and also get a job unless that's what's needed to put food on the table. I'm all in favor of whatever works for you, whatever's right for you. There's no blanket cookie cutter judgment that we can put and say, this is right or that is right. I get invited to a lot of women's events and women's panels and these sorts of things. And a lot of times, really sadly, in India, what you see, and even internationally, if you've got people coming in from Asia, for example, other parts of Asia, is this surge from a place of it's better to have a job, it's better to work outside the house rather than take care of the children. And I'm just as against that as a societal dictate as I am against society dictating that women should stay home and take care of the kids. There's no way that society can tell any woman what's going to be right for her. And so for some women, the opportunity to stay home and take care of their children in the house and a garden or a field is what they want to do. Maybe it's all they have time to do, that they can actually do with full intention and purpose. For some, maybe they are so committed to their career, they're so committed to the skills they have, the abilities that they have, the education they've gotten, that they really want to make sure to go out and do something in the world. Both are great. So it's important to realize that when we look at this question, we're not making any value judgment of what's better, what's worse, what's right, what's wrong. But the question brings up the specific question of, well, If what you are is focused on your career, focused on studies, focused on career, focused on being out in the world, how do you also make time for a relationship? And this is actually a very, very common situation now happening in the West of women and men, of course, but we'll stick with the question about women, who have committed their 20s mostly, even early 30s, to getting higher education, to then getting themselves trained in high-level skills, opportunities, jobs. Now suddenly they realize, oh wait, I also really would like to get married. And how to weave that into their lives. And again, there's no cookie cutter answer to this. Everybody's life is different. And as we speak about all the time in here, your own connection to yourself, to that divine voice within you, is going to guide you. But here's what I can offer on a blanket statement. There's always time for everything if you make it a priority. That which is important to us, we can always make time for. 24 hours in a day actually is a lot. But we have to make choices. You can't do everything. These days, one of the real difficulties for women is this sort of assumption that they can and should do everything, that they should have a meaningful career, full-time meaningful career, and they should be a mother, and they should be a stay-at-home mother. God forbid you should hire somebody to, take care of your child. They should cook food because God forbid you order in or take out. They should also, of course, have skills and hobbies. They should, get to yoga class several times a week. They should have a vegetable garden. They should, make green juices and smoothies and all that for themselves and their families. There's become a real tragic situation imposed on especially women in the West, but I know it's seeping into India, which is you absolutely should do everything. What do you mean someone else picks your kids up at school? What do you mean you don't cook fresh food every day? What do you mean you're not there to help them with their homework and put them to sleep and wake them up every day? And what do you mean you quit your job? What do you mean you've cut down your hours? What do you mean you don't have time to go to yoga? What do you mean you don't squeeze juice? And this is where, if you get really deeply into it with women in the West, what you find is a very strong sense of not enoughness. Like who I am and what I'm doing isn't enough, which is tragic. But it's imposed by this absolutely impossible standard of how we should be. And so if what you've decided is that your life, you want to have a romantic partner, by all means, do it. But you've got to create the space for it. It's not going to work to say, well, I want to have a partner and I could schedule you between, 2 and 3 a.m. work for you. It's about the only time I've got available. Maybe, Sundays between kind of noon and 1. It's not going to work. A relationship is about union, if it's good and meaningful. It's not a contract. It's not just a business partnership. It's not just about, okay, you do this, I'll do that. Let's divvy up the chores. A relationship is about coming together with another being in union. And there has to be space in your heart and mind for it. You may not have that much space in your actual daily lives. Interestingly, some of the couples I know who are the most deeply connected are not the ones who actually have the most number of hours a day for each other. But they're the ones who, even if it's half an hour, 45 minutes, an hour, whatever it may be, there's the space in the heart and the mind for it. Because as anyone who has ever been in an unfulfilling relationship knows, sitting with someone, even for an extended period of time, and you know they're not actually with you, they're checking their phone every 2 minutes, they're kind of watching TV, they're looking out the window, they're looking at their watch, it doesn't matter if you've got 3 or 4 hours with them. It's not fulfilling, it's not connected. And if you've got half an hour, and it's deep, and it's connected, that could be enough. So it's not about how many hours do I need to clear out of my day. It's about the space I need to clear in my mind and my heart that this is what I want. But also what's really important to really ask yourself is what I want it for. There's a lot of people who believe if I just had a relationship, the right relationship, a better relationship, a different relationship, everything would be better in my life. And it's not a magic wand by any means. It's not a genie in a jar. A relationship gives you only that which you give to it. Which means that you have to already have within you that which you're looking for. And so really, really ask yourself, what is it I'm looking for in a relationship? Because otherwise, you could date dozens of different people. And you'd never actually find the one who felt right to you. If you're looking for someone to make you feel full, to make you feel whole, to make you feel complete, to make you feel enough, it's never going to work. A relationship is not half plus half is 1. It's 1 plus 1 is 1. I have to be full in and of myself and bring that fullness into a relationship in order for that then to be able to connect fully with another being. If it becomes just about you fulfilling the things that I want, I feel ugly, you tell me I'm beautiful. I feel stupid, you tell me I'm really smart. I feel lonely, now suddenly there's somebody here. This is very shallow and very temporary. Because what happens is everybody changes. So right now, let's say I'm moving through the world with certain holes in me. Those holes may be, I feel really ugly. I feel really worthless. I feel really alone. So let's just say those are my holes. And let's call them, for the sake of the story, let's call them square in shape. Okay? Holes in me, they're square in shape. I meet someone. He or she tells me, you are beautiful. You are the most beautiful woman I've ever met in my entire life. Writes me notes and puts them up all over the bathroom. Good morning, beautiful. Good evening, beautiful. Good night, beautiful. Good afternoon, beautiful. Miss Universe, you know, it plasters the house with Post-its that just make me feel really beautiful. And then other Post-its. You are the best. You are the most incredible. You are the most amazing. You are everything I've ever wanted. Okay, so we're going to call those square pegs. I have square holes. That person has square pegs. They fit perfectly. I feel full. This is not the way to have a relationship. Unless you want your life to be absolutely stagnant, unless you are prepared to be dependent on stagnation for the rest of your life. Because what that means is you can never grow. In order for this relationship to work, you must continue to have square holes because this person has got square pegs. And for us to have a fit, I have to make sure my holes stay square, which means I can never start to fill any of them myself. If I start to meditate, get on a spiritual path, start affirmations, I start looking within, whatever it may be. Slowly, slowly, I start to fill my holes. Well, let's say they become half full by now. Well, so my squares have become triangles now, right? They're half full. But this guy or this lady has got still square pegs. Now they no longer fit. Now I, what we call, fall out of love. I fell in love when the square pegs fit my square holes. I'm now out of love. And then you start having conversations like, you've changed. What happened to you? You used to, make me feel so good. And that person, of course, is like, I don't know, what happened to me? What happened to you? I'm the same. Well, we all change. My square holes became triangles. Maybe their square pegs became a circle. We no longer fit. And this is when we fall out of love. And this is where it's so important to make sure that I'm going into the relationship, not looking for what's going to fill my holes, but full. Or certainly at least with an awareness that I'm not looking for the filling of that through another being, but that I'm looking to move into this relationship as a full being, connecting with another full being. I'm looking to experience an expansion of myself. It's not that I have holes that need to be filled, it's that I'm looking to expand my consciousness. I want I to suddenly include you. Because where I over here is very separate, well, once it includes you, then I've expanded. I've started to begin. To experience a spiritual connection with the universe. An experience of knowing that there's no place I end and the rest of the world begins. So make sure that you're going into a relationship for the right reason, because if not, it's just going to be more trouble than it's worth. It's just going to cause you more heartache. First, make sure the relationship with yourself is right. And only then get into one with another being. And once you've decided that's what you want, create the space in your mind and your heart. And the rest will follow automatically. It's a very natural process. But we block ourselves off energetically. The other last point on this that's important is we tend to have demands. I can't tell you the number of people I talk to who will tell me, yeah, I'm looking for a partner, and see, here's my laundry list. Now, it's great to know on some level what you're looking for. Otherwise, how are you going to recognize them? It's great to let the universe know, okay, universe, here's what I'm looking for. But not a laundry list. Certainly not a laundry list where everything has to be fulfilled. There was a great drama many, many, many years ago that we saw. There's a school in Rishikesh city, or there's many of them, but one particular school was having its annual day function. And Puja Swamiji and I went there for the annual function. And they had, it's an English medium school, and they had children from kindergarten up through 12th grade, and each class did a different drama, a song, a dance, a skit, something for their annual day. And the kindergarten kids, the little ones, the babies, did this skit that, this must have been at least 12, 15 years ago, and I remember it so vividly because it was this skit of these little girls who were dressed all up in like proper marriage gear and, you know, the whole thing, and the jewelry and the makeup and the whole thing. And they would come out one by one and they would sing a song. It was in Hindi. I'll tell you what it means in English, but it just works so great in Hindi that for those of you who speak Hindi, you'll appreciate it. And one by one they would come out and they would sing while they did a little dance. They would sing, "Acha gad ka ladka hai, lekin thoda sa mota hai. Main shaadi nahi karungi, nahi karungi, nahi karungi." And then the next one would come out and say, "Acha gad ka ladka hai, lekin thoda sa patla hai. Main shaadi nahi karungi, nahi karungi." And this went on for many rounds. And in English, what it means is, he's a good boy from a good family, but he's a little too fat. I'm not going to get married. And then the next one, same everything, but what changes is he's a little too thin. And then the next one would be he's too tall, and then he's too short, and then he's too dark, and then he's too fair, and then he's and the whole point of the skit was these very, very cute little kindergarten girls insisting they were never going to get married because there was no boy who was right. But as the years have gone by, and I've heard so many people I know actually really struggle with this, the song keeps coming back to me because this is really another problem. We tend to get these lists, especially the older we get, especially the more set in our ways we get. And this is why I said in the very beginning, the only way to do this is make space in your heart and your mind. If we are energetically closed, that it has to be exactly like this, we're setting ourselves up for frustration. But if instead we put out a call to the universe that says, I'm looking for a divine connection. I'm not worried about the color of his skin or her skin. I'm not worried about tall, short, fat, thin. Look at really what matters. I want to experience that union. And if we put that call out there to the universe, first, oh God, make me feel so full and whole and complete in myself that I'm able to move into a relationship fully. And then, oh God, bring me someone who's going to help me unfold and open and blossom more and more. And someone who I'll be able to help unfold and open and blossom, and together that's what we'll do. And here's the last part of that. Whether you are looking for a partner or you've already got one, either way, it's never too late. Rather than deciding the one you've got isn't right, thoda sa mota hai, thoda sa patla hai, rather than looking at the problems, ask yourself, can I make this person the right one for me? Not can I make them as in, can I mold them into the right person if they just would do what I say? When I say it, the way I say it, then they would be perfect. Not like that. but rather, can I understand that this person is the right one for me? Tall, short, fat, skinny, dark, fair, whatever it may be. That this one is the right one for me. And find the rightness within that being. It's like that beautiful saying, wherever there's cracks, right? That's where the light shines through. And so yeah, we've all got cracks, we've all got things that aren't quite right with us, defects. But can, through the defect, through where I see the crack in my partner, can I use that crack to let the light shine through? To enable me to see the divine in them. Rather than looking at the crack, rather than looking at the defect, can I use that light to look through it into the divine within them? So, before taking any of the other questions that have come in advance, I'm happy to open it up to any questions that anyone has here. Yes. Yeah, last night we were talking about dharma. Yes, okay. Did you have a specific place you wanted to go with that? Okay.
Just one observation about yesterday.
Mm-hmm. If there's a specific question, because I don't remember exactly what the questions were last night.
We were in the point that does the dharma can die or can disappear?
Right.
We restore the dharma.
Yeah, but what's the question for tonight?
Yeah, I just need 1 minute to because
Sure.
two, three aspects and
Sure.
I will. So we were on the point that can we preserve the dharma and restore the dharma with ahimsa or fighting?
Yes,
or
yes,
war?
yes.
And then when we say we can adore God in all his form,
Yes.
okay, and then the scripture come, and then different scripture say different things.
Yes.
And in our time, we have Gandhi that we can touch Gandhi, we are close to that, and then in Ahimsa, no? And but I don't know exactly the historical fact, what happened really, no? And then in the concrete life, when we see that the big company they cut the trees, they take the water in South India, they really the farmer of South India they make burn the Coca-Cola company, the Coca-Cola industry.
Can we just try to get to the question a little quicker if that's possible?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
If we see that there is very, very serious things, and then the life of the people are in danger, the farmers,
Yes, yes.
so then, would you go to fight them?
Okay.
Them, like,
Okay.
And then the last things,
Sure.
about the big companies, what we can do to fight them or
Okay.
to boycott them,
Okay.
and then the last things, in Parmatashram there is in the canteen Coca-Cola, different types of soda, and different, it's not an accusation.
No, I understand that, no problem, yeah.
It's observation.
Yes, of course.
Where is the boycott?
Okay.
Where is the ahimsa?
Got it. Okay. So it's a very big question that he's asked, and it is a follow-up from where we were last night, where we were talking about dharma and what is required about upholding dharma. Because dharma, of course, is righteousness, the right way. But it's more than that. It's deeper than that. I was saying last night, the definition of dharma etymologically, the etymology of the word dharma, gives us that which protects, that which holds together. So dharma is also that which protects us, that which holds us together. So it's not just a matter of a should or should not, but it's actually the core essence and the path to follow. So dharma is a very broad definition. But the follow-up question that he's asked tonight is, what do we do? We know on an objective level, on a universal level, that non-violence is the right path, right? As I said last night, it's the core of yoga. You look at the 8 limbs of yoga that Patanjali gave us, the yamas, the niyamas. The very first yam, ahimsa, non-violence. It's what Mahatma Gandhi, Martin Luther King, our icons, founded their lives, their teachings, all of it on. So that's on the one hand. But then we know, for example, during the time of the Mahabharat War, given in the Bhagavad Gita, that violence was necessary. And as I said last night, we were speaking about taking antibiotics, natural or synthetic, killing the bacteria in the body, killing them with an alcohol rub if you cut yourself. So we're killing. And where do we draw the line? How do we know? That was where we were last night. And now he's speaking about, what do we do when you've got, for example, big companies, multinational companies, whose actions are harming the planet? Do we kill them? Do we boycott them? What do we do? Because as I had said last night, I said, I'm a very, very strong proponent of nonviolence. And if I were walking down the street and somebody was hurting a helpless person, a child, an elderly person, and I couldn't get him off her with my words or gently, I would have no problem taking, my handbag and whacking him on the back of the head. Doing whatever I had to do to protect the weaker person. So bringing it into this question then, what do we do about these companies who are harming people? The specific example, harming farmers, but I'm gonna even take it more broadly. Because our world is being harmed on so many levels by so much of what corporate greed is doing. Do we kill them? Do we boycott? Where do we draw the line? Where's the violence? Where's the non-violence? That's the question. So there's 2 levels on which we make decisions. An individual level and a societal level. And so, for example, in our society we have courts that are set up that really do tell us what form of violence is legal and what form is not legal. Self-defense, legal defense. So we know the courts give us, those are our societal rules. But that's only in some cases. The courts certainly don't ban eating meat. The most harmful thing on our planet, harmful for the animals, harmful for people, harmful for those who are hungry, harmful for those with water shortages, which we all will have soon, harmful for the trees, harmful for the water, harmful for all the people who depend on them, us, all of us. But the courts aren't going to outlaw it. Courts don't require us legally to buy organic food or fair trade things, even though we all should, because the pesticides and the chemicals that are used in our fields seep into the groundwater, seep into our rivers, harm the health of those who are drinking the water, harm the health of the farmers who are picking, whether it's cotton, whether it's fruits, whether it's vegetables, whatever it may be. But as societies, our societal commitment to freedom is stronger than our societal commitment to doing the right thing. Now, this is a separate issue. It's not one I'm going to argue here, but it's just important to understand that there's two levels on which we make decisions. On a societal level, in general, most societies in the world have opted for personal freedom over righteousness to an extent. You can't rape, you can't kidnap, you can't kill. But we're not actually required to make the most dharmic decisions every minute of our day, legally by the courts. But then we have another level of making a decision, which is our personal dharma. Our internal justice system, the internal balance, our internal conscience. And again, I don't sit up here as the moral and ethical police, believing that I know the answer for everyone in every circumstance. What's important is that each of us connects with that within ourselves so that we make the right decisions. The only thing that I can say on an absolute blanket level is whatever you do, do it consciously. Do it full of awareness and consciousness. So if you are not vegetarian and you eat meat, be aware of what you're eating. Call it a cow rather than a steak or a hamburger. Be aware of what it is. Educate yourself about the impact on planet Earth. You still have absolutely, of course, the right, not just the legal right, but the personal right to make any decision you want. But if we are going to be spiritual people of any religion, any path, we have to be conscious. There's no spiritual tradition that says, oh yeah, keep your eyes closed. Act unconsciously, act without awareness. Lie to yourself, lie to others. I don't know any spiritual tradition that says that. It's all about consciousness, presence, awareness, openness. So whatever you do, do it consciously. There's a lot of people I know who eat meat who the minute you start to tell them, say, I don't want to hear it. Now the problem with that is you are pushing away truth. And if you've pushed away truth on the outside, you cannot connect to truth on the inside. There's not individual truths. There's just truth. And you cannot push away part of it and expect to connect deeply with the rest of it. You either embrace truth or you reject truth. And so this is where the awareness is so important. If in your mind, your heart, your truth, eating meat is okay, do it. Just do it consciously. Do it with awareness. That's the only thing I have a very deep commitment to. And that takes us into what he's talking about, shopping. What are we going to eat? Not just vegetarian, non-vegetarian. What brands are we going to buy? He's raised an important point. Economic boycotts of products, of certain brands, are incredibly powerful in ways that almost nothing else may be. I remember when I was in high school, Coors beer was one of the few multinational companies that was still doing business in apartheid South Africa. And there was, I don't know if it was worldwide or just America-wide, but there was a massive boycott of Coors beer. I mean, I remember being a teenager and no one would dare even look at a Coors beer, let alone think about ever buying it. You wouldn't be caught dead. I mean, it was socially unacceptable. There was a boycott going on because these people were still doing business in apartheid South Africa, and that was wrong. So absolutely, our dollars, our rupees, our euros have power, just like our votes have power. And so educate yourself. There's lots of companies, whether it's harm for the environment, whether it's slave labor, whether it's testing on animals, whatever it may be, who have unethical business practices. These days, everything is available, or most of it is all available online. I know PETA, the People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals, put together a great resource. And this is going back even 30 plus years. So they've been doing this for decades. Of, oh, you need shampoo? Okay, great, everybody uses shampoo. So here's what brands of shampoo don't use slave labor. Here's what brands of shampoo are not harming the environment. Here's what brands of shampoo are not rubbing it into the eyes of bunny rabbits. Here's what brands of shampoo are, working with indigenous people in the Amazon rather than exploiting them. And it takes everything you use in your life. And I'm sure lots of other organizations now have those. This is all about consciousness. There is no right or wrong that I can sit here and say, eat this, don't eat that, drink Coke, don't drink Coke. It's all about your level of commitment to living consciously. And that's a choice every one of us has to make for ourselves in what we eat, in what we buy. Because even if it's fair trade, almost everything these days is produced in a factory. Factories generate waste. That waste ends up on some level in our soil, in our air, in our water. Ask yourself 10 times before you buy anything, do I really need this? Because whatever it is that you're buying, it was produced somewhere. So yeah, first, let's make sure it was produced ethically, that no one was directly harmed in the production. But you can go a step deeper. Do I actually need it? The clothing industry is one of the most massive, I think it's the second biggest in the world, it could be the first biggest, producer of waste. The stuff that fills our landfills. Discarded clothes. I didn't know that till I heard it. I mean, you don't think of garments as something that pollutes our world. So it doesn't mean don't buy new clothes, but it means live consciously. Think 10 times before whatever you do. And especially if it's things like, is it leather, is it silk, was something actually harmed in the production of this? Then go a step deeper. Was it produced with child labor? Was it produced with women in sweatshops? Was it produced by exploiting people? Take it a step deeper then. Was it produced organically? Take it a step deeper. What's the waste management of the people who produce it? Take it a step even deeper. Do I even need it? What am I trying to fill inside through what I buy? Yes, in the winter, we need sweaters, we need coats. I'm not saying don't have. But rather than allowing us to engage in shopping therapy, eating therapy, drinking therapy, to shop and eat and drink away our boredom, our frustration, our depression, allow us to have meditation therapy, yoga therapy, seva therapy, come to spiritual places therapy, help someone else therapy. Whatever it may be, but something that A, actually helps us rather than harms us, and B, something that's not harming the environment. And that becomes a decision and choices that every one of us has to make individually. But this is what makes life exciting, because there are no cookie cutter answers. And this is where we connect to our own dharma. I have to actually end it here now. I have to get back on a conference call actually with the United Nations that I've been very, very, very blessed to be able to serve on an advisory board to the United Nations. And there's an all-day meeting taking place in Vienna that I've been fortunate to be able to do from here via conference. But their lunch break is now over. Fortunately, the time difference worked in a very nice way to enable me to be at Arti and then be with you. But I have to get back on that call. We will gather together again here tomorrow evening. Have a beautiful, beautiful evening. And if you have questions that you feel shy to ask in public, you can get them to us in advance. We'll get them in writing in advance, and they will give them to me. Lori is here in this corner. If you can find her after, you can give them to her, and she will get them to me in writing in advance. Have a beautiful, beautiful rest of your evening.